I'm gonna pop some tags. Only got $20 in my pocket. I'm hunting, looking for a come up. This is fucking awesome. I look incredible.
Come on,
from that thrift shop down the road. I'm gonna pop some tags. Only got $20 in my pocket. I'm hunting, looking for a come up. This is fucking awesome.
welcome to Thrift Shop Thursday. Oh man, this is gonna be an interesting week. Okay, so this week's project is gonna be a little controversial because I am tackling a beloved / hated Christmas item. All right, so I don't even really know how to breach this, but okay, so there's this popular Christmas item. It's found in stores everywhere, and you either love it or you hate it. And if you love it, it's just the greatest, cutest, sweetest thing, and you talk about it through the entire holiday season, and you share pictures, and it can get really annoying. If you hate it, it's everywhere. It's annoying. It's everywhere. And people are constantly talking about it. Okay, so what am I talking about? I am talking about the Elf on the Shelf. And some of you guessed it right. I put the question out on Facebook, what you thought I might be working on this week, and some of you got it right. Actually, my favorite response was by my friend Robin Coulard, and she said, I'm guessing it's that little fucker on the shelf. So yeah, I'm tackling the little fucker on the shelf this week. So we have never owned an Elf on the Shelf. I didn't get it. I thought it was annoying. It just, it seemed like, I don't know, not a lot of work, because I do put a lot of work into holidays, and we did a lot to make the season special. But I never got into the whole Elf on the Shelf thing. I guess maybe that came out after I was a kid, or after my son was already born, and we kind of had some traditions, and I didn't really want to introduce anything new. So, yeah, I never really got it, and I would see it posted everywhere, and I was one of the people that it annoyed. So this year, for some reason, I don't know why, but it just, the feeling about the Elf on the Shelf changed for me. I think it might be because Christopher turned 13 this year. Now that Santa's not coming to our house, I wanted to do something a little bit more unique for the holiday season. So I saw some things on Pinterest for Elf on the Shelf, and then I saw some naughty things for Elf on the Shelf. And that was what did the whole turnaround for me. So I priced the Elf on the Shelf. They're like $25 freaking dollars. I'm not into it that much. It's not that big of a deal for me. And really, I kind of just want to torture the little bastard. So I'm not looking to spend $25 on an Elf on the Shelf. So, you know, I told you, normally I don't go to the thrift store with any plan or idea of what I want to find. But this week, I had a list of a couple of things that I would like to work on, some specific things that I want to do for us for the holiday season. And Elf on the Shelf was one of them. I wanted to try to make an Elf on the Shelf, but I swore that I was only going to do it if I found the perfect stuff and the exact right thing, and I wasn't going to put any money into it if it wasn't exactly what I wanted. So I went to the thrift store this week, not thinking I was going to find anything for Elf on the Shelf, but I was surprised, and I was wrong. So, without further ado, let me show you what I got from the thrift store this week. So you saw me looking through the fabric, and I happened upon this. So it's a big, I don't even know how many yards of fabric this is, but it's a big, thick piece of fabric. You can see I've got it really folded here. It's big. Yeah, and it's a couple of yards at least. I can't find the tag. I had it. Oh, and it was $1.98 for all of this fabric. And the reason I got it was because, you can't get any more perfect than this. I don't know if you guys can tell it, but you see how it's a little furry, a little fuzzy? It's a Santa Claus coat. This is what Santa's coat feels like. It's soft and furry, kinda. I don't know. I know you can kinda see the texture, but I don't know if you can really understand what it feels like. So it's so soft. And it just looks like a little Santa coat. I couldn't resist it. So I said, okay, I'll buy the fabric. And I had fully intended to make an Elf on the Shelf with my little fabric here. And I was going to sculpt the doll head or stitch a doll head. I hadn't really decided yet what I was going to do. Then I happened into another thrift store and discovered this. It's just a little doll. Like her feet stop there. Look. I don't know why her dress is so long. Look at. Nothing up in here. Nothing. Her feet are way up here. Can you see how little she is? But look at that face. Isn't she the perfect elf on the shelf? Like, she looks just like him. I'm so excited. So I bought the doll, and she was 99 cents. Ooh, focus. 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 99 cents at a different thrift store. So I'm probably going to shave her head. Or chop it off. I don't know yet. She's probably going to be a boy by the time I'm done with it. But I could not resist it. So I plan to make a homemade elf on the shelf. And really, I want to make it just so we can find new ways to torture it every day. Like, I saw one where he's in the blender. And that was what did it for me. I was like, oh yes. Yes, we can do that. So I figured it'd be something for us to do with Christopher, you know, just to put the elf in some precarious positions and, you know, just new ways to torture the little guy. So anyway, there were some really cool guesses though. Whenever I put the question on Facebook, what you thought I would be altering this week. Some people thought that I might take a nativity scene and turn it from a Christmas theme to a Halloween theme, which I totally love the idea of. But I also think that it would be very disrespectful to a large group of people. So I would probably never do that. And then I got ugly sweater, which that's totally on my list of possibilities of things to do. Ugly sweater is on my list, right up there with Elf on a Shelf. But I haven't found the perfect sweater. Actually, I did find the perfect sweater, but it was like $15. There was no way I was paying $15 for an ugly sweater just to rip apart. Anyway, so yeah, I got some really cool responses. So thanks to everybody who like joined in on the conversation. Oh, and the other thing I got was stuffing. I got the stuffing to make the Elf on the Shelf doll with, and it was 99 cents as well. So that's it. That's what I got for Thrift Shop Thursday this week. I'm really excited. Never been into the Elf on the Shelf before, but I'm telling you, that whole upside down in the blender thing totally sold me on it. So the other thing that I wanted to do this week was answer some questions. I don't know what's going on, but YouTube is not allowing me to make comments, and it's not allowing me to respond to comments. So if you are asking me questions or leaving comments on the videos, I'm sorry, I'm trying to reply, but it's just not letting me. So I wanted to go through quickly and just answer a few questions that I have received that I can't answer, and they're actually specific questions, not just this is a beautiful project. So thank you to everyone who is leaving me great comments. I so appreciate those, and thank you so much to all my new subscribers. You guys rock. I am so impressed and happy. I can't even explain it. But the things that I wanted to respond to were people that actually asked me questions that I can't reply to. So I'm just going to go through really quickly and read the question and then answer it. The first one is from Tammy Brown Lee, and hers isn't so much a question as a comment. She was commenting on the sweater pumpkin, and she said that it was exactly what she was looking for Thanksgiving goodies. So I'm really glad that people are getting some use out of that video. I love that project. Vanessa asked about a real-time version of the steampunk book. No, unfortunately. Things like that are way too long and tedious. Most of the I'm a slow worker. I don't know if you guys can tell that or not, because I edit a lot. But I'm a really slow worker, and that book took me a couple of days to do. So a real-time project is not really realistic, especially here for my Thrift Shop Thursday and Mixed Mediology Monday videos. If I was to teach a class on how to do a project like that, then absolutely it would be in real time and I'd be talking through it. But, you know, just for the Thrift Shop Thursday and Mixed Mediology Mondays, it's just too long. Even with editing and cutting out all the unnecessary stuff, it was probably 2 hours worth of steady work that I could put into a video. So, unfortunately, no, I can't do real-time videos on those. Lisa Houston commented on the domino book and said that she may be interested in a trade of some dominoes. Like some actual just dominoes, because she's got some different ones. Absolutely! Yeah, let me know, and we can totally trade some dominoes. If anybody else is interested in trading stuff, leave me a comment on that as well. In the Hop Swaps and Doo-Wops group on Facebook, we do art exchanges. So like right now we're having the ornament exchange and the Christmas inchies or holiday inchies. So we do swaps like that, but I'm totally open to trading supplies and things like that as well. So come over and join the Hop Swaps and Doo-Wops group on Facebook, and it'll be much easier to participate in swaps and things like that. Janelle Smego, I hope I pronounced your last name right, asked if I was doing any sanding or prep of any kind to the domino books. And no, I'm not. I haven't sanded or prepped any of them. I used alcohol inks, and that just adheres beautifully. And I used acrylic ink, like these. I've used these, and they adhere just fine. I haven't had any problems with chipping or peeling or paint sliding off. None of that. Have I done one with acrylic? I have not done with, oh yes I did. The Thanksgiving one is done with acrylic paint. Yeah. And I did not sand that one or gesso that either. Did I gesso that? I did have to gesso that one because I had already gone over it with something that I didn't like. So I gessoed before I added acrylic paint. Other than that, no, I'm not sanding or doing any kind of prep work to the dominoes. But if you start to do one, I say do a test domino. Just take one random domino and test a couple of different mediums on it. Test acrylic paint, test ink, test alcohol ink, and see what they do. And see if you need to prime it in some way first. I know that, what's it called? Adirondack? No, not Adirondack. Yeah. Stays On and archival ink. Those both stay, like stamping ink. Those both stay on with no problems. And finally, Kira Sunex wants to know, did you prime the record before you painted it? So a few episodes ago, I did a painted record, and she's asking if I primed it in some way. Yes. If you watch that video, the very first thing that I do when I take it out of the sleeve is paint it white. That's actually gesso. If in any of my videos you see me paint something white before I start working on it, that's always gesso. So yeah, I did paint that record. I did prime that record with gesso before I painted it. And a lot of surfaces, if they are slick, then you're gonna need to prime them in some way. Either give it a little bit of a sand, you know, very fine grit sandpaper, sand it just a little bit, or give it a coat of gesso. Sometimes you might need to do both. You might need to sand it first and then apply some gesso to it if it's a really, really super slick surface. So I hope that answered everybody's questions. If I missed your question, please leave it again, because YouTube is just not letting me comment, and I may have meant to answer it and just didn't see it. All right, that's it. I'm really excited. So like I'm gonna go chop off her hair or maybe shave it off and start working on her. I'm really, really happy. I know this is controversial, and I'm excited to see what you guys' responses are. You guys' responses? I'm excited to see what the responses are to this, because I know that the people are passionate about the elf on the shelf, man. You don't talk dirty about the elf on the shelf. And I said I just want to torture him. So, are you pro-purchased elf on the shelf or pro-homemade elf on the shelf? Let me know. Or are you just anti-elf on the shelf all the way around? Leave me a comment. Tell me, because I'm excited to hear. All right, that is it for today. I will see you guys on Monday for Mixed Mediology Monday. Oh, one thing really quickly. There will not be a Thrift Shop Thursday next week because it is Thanksgiving, and I won't have time to upload the video because I will be in my kitchen all day. So there will not be a Thrift Shop Thursday. If I do any projects between now and the following Monday, I'll upload it for Mixed Mediology Monday, but I don't guarantee that there will be a Mixed Mediology Monday the first week of December. Or it may still be in November. Anyway, whatever. But big things happening the first week of December. I have a very special guest coming for a visit, and we're going to do Thrift Shop Thursday together. So that second week of December is going to be big. And Thrift Shop Thursday will be back the first week of December. So I look forward to seeing you all back after the holiday. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone out there. Eat a lot of turkey, eat a lot of pie, and watch the parade. And have a good day, and be thankful for the friends and family around you. Thank you so much. I'm so thankful for all of you being here and subscribing and hanging out with me and spending your time with me. It means more to me than I can even begin to tell you. So you guys are all on my list of things to be thankful for this year. Remember, you can find me on Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter, Instagram. Oh, and I guess I should tell you, my name is Edie Knoyer. That's how you find me on Facebook. So find me on those places and follow me, and then I will follow you back. Happy Thanksgiving. Thanks so much for being here today, and I will see you all next time. Mwah.